Your scouts have discovered a rival warband in the vicinity.
Now,
These warriors are
you
clustered
look at the
around their
objective
wagon, making them a very
battleground.
attractive
Just
target.
basically beat the crap out of your opponents. But then you have the second objective, Marked for Death. If you remember, that was the title, the subtitle underneath one of your selected missions. And the optional thing is to Mark for Death. The optional is to collect these warp trinkets. So basically, every character has like kind of like a trinket or an item that they keep on them at all times. You have to knock them out of action, then loot that trinket in order to complete it. I need to claim both.
A new round has started.
Anyway, here we go. Question mark. Obviously, first person is on the far left, on the top. If you look at the top screen. Now it's my turn. By hitting shift, I can look at this strategic map here and kind of try and plan out where I want to go. Alright, so this is the enemies, kind of like their wagon. And look at all these points where all these loot is. This is where I'm starting out. So I'm to the south. And it looks like everything's just straight up north. I will say this, the map is deceptive. It looks a lot larger than it really is. Okay, so you notice right here I have this arrow, that's the direction he's facing. He's already facing north. So I'm going to try to plan out something. He's probably one of my best fighters, so I want to make sure he's up front. So let's see. What looks like a good place to go. Now he's not in range, so I'm just trying to get him out on the road. Just get him on the road. Alright, you see this blue little circle that kind of rings around right here? That is the range. If I exceed that, it's going to use, if you look on the bottom left, those little blue circles, it'll use up one of the bunch. I just crossed it and it used it up. Now, as long as nothing's happened to me, I can actually go back and retrace my steps and regain all of these blue little circles, meaning that I can reset. If I did something wrong, I can reset it. If I am shot at, attacked, or I run into a trap and activate it, I can no longer go back. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get on with this. So I'm gonna take a different path, gets me further. And you notice that these costs, I'm scrolling through with Q and E, scrolling through the options available to me. So I have 50% dodge, 50%, 28% parry. Ambush means, now if I use ambush, you see this red circle? Any enemy, or the first enemy, that comes within this range, I will charge at them, making an attack. Be careful when you use it, because that also means that they can attack you back. So I'm going to go with dodge first, because I don't know where the enemies are. Who is this? This is one of my henchmen. He is actually my ranged henchman. So, let's have him. Trap. I ran into a trap. I can no longer go back and reclaim my points. So it starts right there. I'm just gonna go upstairs. So you can make use of these points to kind of just look around and see if you can find what you're looking for. Now I know there's a scavenge right there. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. So I'll move here. I don't see anything scavenging. Now, again, I passed it. Like I said, it's deceptively large, which probably means that it's actually somewhere. I'm on the wrong side. You know what? I think I know where it is. Not that far out over here. I need to go upstairs. Oh, well. Now it's a D100. If you look top right, you'll see the rolls. He needed a 78 to successfully climb up. He failed it, fell down, and took damage. Alright. climbing. There we go. He's got up. Now he's out of blue movement points, so he can't do anything. So I'm just going to set him on push. Not that it's going to do anything. I don't expect any enemies here. Now it's no longer my turn. There's initiative. Now, going back to the initiative. Initiatives are important because they determine the order of play or fighting. It's my turn again. I got some things I can loot on the right. So you might want to send 1 or 2 guys every mission to just kind of look for items, because you might find something good. And obviously, the better the items are, here we go. The better the items are, it's a redstone fragment, collect that. The better the items are, the better your warriors will do, obviously. Now, movement is a little tricky here. Wrong building. Movement in this is kind of tricky. You get stuck on random stuff. You use the WASD to move. It's quite annoying sometimes, especially managing tight spaces. Go this way and see if there's an entrance to the store. There's no entrance, so I'm going to go back out this way. Let's reclaim that. And let's go back. Not go here, go back up. So I'm going to go this way. That's it. Most of the things around me, so I'm gonna just send this person along to my leader. Leave him alone in case a fight breaks out. I'm just gonna send on him. So he's gonna charge the first enemy. This person is quite useful. Send to this other building right here. Now the combat system here is actually quite well made. If you've played other missions, other games like XCOM, you notice that if you hide you get cover and things like that. Here, everything is about line of sight, so they actually draw a direct line from your character to whichever character you are trying to. Whichever character you're trying to shoot or attack. So in this case, for range, if you do Overwatch, anybody within range, who's into movement range of your pistols, he will fire. So you'll see what I mean later about the cover. Maybe we'll get an example of that. But as you see, it's a 3D model, so somebody shooting me from upstairs will get a bonus from being able to look down. So if anybody was in that window right in front of me, they're trying to shoot me, I would have a reduction to shooting them because they're behind cover. Part of their body is actually
a new round has started.
They would get bonus to shooting me because I am on lower ground. So it's a good idea to send your units to higher ground. However, you have to make sure they are within range. Don't want to be, no point in being in a great position on high ground with nobody to shoot at. They are taking an awful long time. Again, that's where their enemies were, so we can safely assume that they're going to be on this side. Oh, there we go. You see how it turned, one of the question marks turned into a red symbol? One of the henchmen? Now if I hit that, I can see exactly where he is. That means I've seen him. There's one enemy right there. Now, right now, there he is. Right now, I don't have enough movement points to reach him. I don't want to be attacked either, so I'm gonna just sit right here and go into dodge mode. Hopefully, my opponent will miss his attack if they come to attack me. I'm just going to continue looting some weird stuff. Now, every time you loot, you're gonna get hit by that. Alright, please don't hurt yourself jumping back down. Fort fancy. Alright, so Skaven are quite good. If you notice, if you were... Can I jump across there? No, it's not letting me. Anyway, Skaven are actually quite good at... What's my focus? As I was saying, Skaven are actually quite good at climbing up and down because of their agility. So it's fine. If you're jumping up, if you're trying to climb up and you fail to climb up, your character will will receive a penalty. Well, they'll actually fall back down to, you know, get hurt. But when you're jumping down, even if you fail, you're still going to end up on the ground. You just take damage instead. So jumping down is pretty much, it's almost always going to be easier, honestly, than jumping back up. Go upstairs for this loop. There it is. Let's see what's inside. 4 gold crowns. Okay. Doesn't sound like much, but your weekly wages for your guys are actually quite low. So 4 can cover 1, maybe 2 even early on. So even that little bit will help. If you want to see what's inside the inventory, you always hit spacebar and pull up this mode. You can see the actions, the skills, active skills, which means you need to activate them. Passive skills that always operate or under certain circumstances. Now the spells they have, the stances, and you can also look at what's inside their backpack. So it says 1 and 2, so you still pick up one more thing. But that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in shooting, which this guy can't see. So if I go here, actually, this guy is terrible. There we go. Shoot. So 83%. Now, if I was over on this side, notice how it dropped? 68. See, minus 15% to hit because of quarter to half cover. That character is not directly behind cover, but if I was to draw a straight line, you'll see that, you know, portion of it is under cover, behind cover. So I hit a trap, which means I can't get any more of my stuff back. So I'm just going to sit this character on. Actually, hide behind my leader. Set it over here. Set it on. Set it over here and set it on the bench. Seems like the thing to do. And we'll wait and see. What does this opponent of mine have? It is very important. Oh, I hear something going off to my left here. So I assume there's going to be enemies on my left. Probably in this building somewhere. As I was saying, I see something. Oh, there it is. And a miss. Ambush. I don't want to get close to that. Now this person's incoming.
A new round has started.
That hurt. Now, the key to winning obviously is outnumbering your opponents. As you can see, I might very well lose this Globadier right here. Oh, got lucky. My Globadier, unfortunately, is completely getting overwhelmed by my opponents. Now you see this red circle around your enemies and this white circle around your allies. Imagine that a zone. If you enter it, you cannot do anything. See? See, no actions available inside that white circle of a teammate. But if I'm inside the red circle of an opponent, that means I am now I'm engaged in combat. That's a good hit. You see, I'm at the edge of this, so that means I can literally place other of my units around them as long as it's not overlapping my own. I can surround an enemy and just attack. So here I need to set up a dodge. Now there's fighting going on, and I need to get my guys into combat before my guys get overwhelmed. See right here, edge of my circle, not in combat with those two, so I'm going to walk right into that red and allow myself to attack. Did a meager 11 damage. Oh my goodness. Alright. As long as I outnumber them, I can stand a good chance. Oh, there's one more enemy over there. Now I need to save my Globadier, so I'm gonna engage this guy, try to keep him busy. Oh, good hit! Stunned. Alright, stun happens when a critical hit happens. And they can get out of it, but they will lose quite a bit. They have to use both the blue and red circles. One is strategy point. So the blue are strategies points and the red are offensive points. You need them to perform actions, to move, things like that. So stunning is good because it causes your opponent to actually lose some of that just to get back on their feet. One more gold crown. My goodness. But yeah, if you can get a stun, that really helps out. It's important to try and let's do this here. Yeah, it's important to utilize those stuns. Now I'm gonna have him jump down from here. Alright, now locked in combat, but there's two things you can leave combat. You'll see flee is a much cheaper option, but if you look to the top right underneath where all the rolls happen, say free attack. Any non-stunned enemies within range, which would be this guy right over here, will get a free attack at my character trying to leave combat, even though he's engaged with two others. Disengage means at a much higher cost, but allows me to jump back without allowing them to get a free attack at me. I want to do that. Reload here. Now I can shoot at people. Not only shooting, but you can aim. Again, you notice the difference in cost, but sometimes it is worth it. Now there's no friendly fire, thankfully, at least not with shots like this. There is friendly fire if you do use area of effect spells or attacks. I've used up everything. I'm going to enter here. And, oh. Ow! Thankfully only one attack. Poison from my blaze. Effect. Ooh, that's a good dodge.
A new round has started.
Now you only get one dodge or one parry every round. And each round is reset not on the round type, but character rounds. So every time it's their turn, it resets. You only get one. Unless you talent use, unless you choose some skills later that does allow you to get more. Now I can choose, if I was engaged with multiple targets, I could choose who to attack by using the Q and E after I select the attack button, but right now he's only engaged with this one. It's my other one was engaged too, so maybe I'll get to show it to you then. There we go. Good hits. I'll lock Shanks. Not one of my objectives, but I'm gonna dodge here. Here we go. I can choose. See, I can choose between the two. Who do I want to attack? And at this moment, I want to take you want to take out as many guys as possible. So focus on either the next threat or somebody who is dying or almost dead. So in this case, finish him off. One less guy attacking me. And focus on taking down their other guys later. Again, he needs to jump down. Run on over. All my actions to get out here. Try and get in the fight as quick as possible. And I missed. Now if your opponent misses, it will not use up the dodge or parry, which could be bad from time to time. And there was that one. And that's what ambush does for melee. You get a free charge at the opponent. Now they get attacked back. Thankfully he missed, so I have a good advantage here. Even more so because I can. I want to look at here. This is Uchak Halfir. He is one of the guys I need. If you look at it, Uchak Halfir's Warp Trinket, and the other one is Thank Queen Var. Goodness, these names are ridiculous. I don't see where this other Thank Queen is. There is Chak. Now, I had a much better chance to hit earlier because he was stunned. Now that he's up, it's going to be much harder to hit, so aiming is important. I still hit, thankfully. 71%. Now I can't reload or anything, so I am going to actually try and sneak in here and loot. I don't need any of that. That could be useful. I want to keep the Burst Stone, and out of these things here, this potion might be the best. So let's keep that. I'm out of room. He can't carry anymore, so let's move back here and return. There we go, another dodge. 11 out of 19.
A new round has started.
Alright, who's that? Thank War. There's my other target. Now the question is, will my guy survive by then? Now again, these guys, Ratmen, very low health, so they tend to go down quite easily. I'm just gonna do that first. I'm sure there's other stuff there. I'm gonna gang up on this guy. And I missed. It's fine, we can have a second attack. And it gets dodged. Alright. There's nothing to do about that. Second turn. You are just gonna keep. Ooh, that's a good hit. A stun. Alright, now that they're stunned, I can actually disengage for free. So, it's something to consider because my other guy is in deep trouble here. So I want to actually get him around, engage with this other rat here, and make sure he has his movements. So I'm just going to go engage right here. Now, if you're outnumbered 2-1, you have to take a morale test, and that is what I'm trying to avoid right here by having my guy be forced to take a morale test, especially because he's suffering and not doing so well, being outnumbered 2-1. I need to try to finish off this fight as quick as possible, which is not happening. It does happen, unfortunately. So I need to change up. Let's see here. I'm gonna be hitting this guy. That's what my mission is. And I want to try and complete it. Now, if you look at the top left, you actually see the blue bar is my morale. I haven't lost any guys yet, so I haven't lost any morale. The red one is my opponents. They've lost some guys, so they've actually lost some morale due to that. But that aside, I could still just shoot this guy. Again, I want to finish off. Might be a risky thing, but I'm trying to finish my quest, so I'm going to try and shoot him, and I missed. So I am going to go back to dodge here. Stun recovery. And yep, he has
A new round has started.
This could be bad here. I might lose a guy right here. One more hit, he's down. That's not looking so well. Now it's actually quite normal to lose guys. You're not gonna go. It's gonna be very rare where you go missions without losing somebody. Looks like he's. Got one guy down. The guy needed to knock down. Oh, and they've dropped. They have actually dropped below. You see that 15 or 16? They've dropped below the line, so they're gonna have to take a panic test, which could be good because then I might not lose my guy actually. But on downside, I won't be able to finish my. I definitely will not be able to finish the quest either. So. Pass it. I'll still probably lose a guy at that point. We'll see. We'll find out. It's all in the rolls. This. I need that. Warlock pistols are good.
Objectives updated.
Right, you hear that?
Objective completed.
Updated and completed. Again, I don't want to kill that guy because that's going to send them over. I walked into a trap. Let's do this. Let's charge this guy. And I missed. And they failed the test. I win. The other enemies, my enemies run away. But I don't finish my objectives. You see it? Main objective completed, complete all objectives. I failed. I only got one of them. Which sucks, but it is what it is. And now I move on. See the result summary.
Fool things to think one defy mighty Warband. All die. Let leave no survivor meet. Warband grows strong great, if listen follow wise filch.
Task completed.
Yes. Smeagol, I found your siblings. Alright, now the mission report. See your experience. You get 2 for surviving the mission, 1 for being the NVW, 1 for every enemy taken out of action. And look, it only takes 12 experience to level up. But you see, it's not that easy to come across. However, martial advancements, those are kind of random, along with the physical, mental, and this is good. Very good. Assign those later. Again, Clovidier. Just survived the mission, didn't really do much. Only got 2 experience. My henchman, my Vermican, took an enemy out, so he gets 3 experience. And so forth. We all survived. No injuries. That's great. Right, no injuries. That is very fortunate, having no injuries. And now, what did I get out of this? 5 gold crowns. This is my loot. Very nice. Alright, that done. Go to Warband management. I need to pay their salary. Remember I said some of them only take? I got 4 gold, didn't seem like much, but look at that. It paid for 2 of my henchmen. So that's quite useful. There, I paid. And then go on to the next day. Now, you can go on to the next day without paying for treatment of your warriors or for not paying their wages. However, there is interest. So the next day you're gonna have to pay them even more. So it's best to do that. Also, if you don't pay for treatment, they might get worse. If they're injured, their injuries might get worse. They may even die. My previous campaign, my other campaign, I've actually lost guys. So it's a good idea to treat them, pay them. Now you can only do 1 mission per day. Okay, you can only do 1 mission per day, so keep that in mind. And then you go on to the next day. Next day, I've done everything. I paid them. Nobody's injured. I'm gonna go next day.
A new shipment has been requested.
No injuries, no training, it's fine. Management smuggling, you have received a new shipment request from Murder Lord Snicket. Visit the Smuggler's Den. So here's the Smuggler's Den. And this is where you're gonna get all your gold. So if you look at this right now, I have a request from this Murder Lord Snicket to send a total weight of 75 wordstone. If you look up here, follow my mouse to the top right, I have a grand total of 6. I'm far from completing it. These are the bonuses, and these are the actual factions that you can send to. Now you notice that for each one, I told you before that this is where you're gonna get all your money. If I was to send 6, I would get 30 gold just like that. Just 6. It's enough to give you 30 gold. They require 100, so I get quite a bit right there. Quite a bit, so obviously I want to finish the mission that he sent me, so 75. And I get 187 gold for it. I have 10 days, so I have 10 days to do it. Now that I've gone to the next day, campaign. Now I can see all these other ones that I have, I can choose from them. I don't have a main mission anymore, for now. And you just be going through this campaign, completing the missions, until you're able to collect enough wordstone to send it. Now I'll be playing this on and off, so make sure you subscribe, leave comments below whether you like this, any improvements I can make. I'm pretty new to YouTubing, so please bear in mind this is the first one. I've had to introduce a lot of the game concepts and the things going on. The future episodes of me playing this Skaven Warband will not be so long and hopefully won't be as boring. But please, again, leave comments. If there's any other games you'd like me to try out, play, that you know of, feel free to leave them in the comments as well. That will do it for me today, and I hope to see you guys next time.